Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Hello.
Welcome to day 4 of our weekly stream. Day 2 for the elementary school. Hope you guys are all doing well. So we're here today with
Tom teacher.
and
Patty teacher.
I'm Andy teacher. So we're gonna get right into it, you guys. Hope you're all doing well. Keep on washing your hands.
Yeah.
Keep wearing your masks outside. You've heard us talk about this many times. School is still clean.
There you go.
Yeah.
There he is,
Yeah, there is cleaning the library.
my buddy.
Yeah.
Um,
Getting rid of the zombie infection.
Well, guys, while we're doing this today, I'm gonna load up on my phone our chat that we have. So if you guys have any questions while we're going, or you want to say hello, let me know. And when I see it, we'll make sure we
Right.
give you a shout out.
Right.
So-
Shall we say hello to some of the people watching now?
Sounds like a great idea. Let me
I think we have
find
that.
it. Ooh, we're live. Oh, it's me looking at my phone. All right, so we have. I see Jamie,
Hello, Jamie.
Hello,
Jenny.
Jamie.
Hi,
Hello,
Jenny.
Jenny.
Kelly,
Hi, Kenny.
and Jaden from Princeton class again. Hello, Jaden.
Hello, Jaden.
Jay.
Hi, Jay.
Hello, Jay.
Kenny is Jay's mom.
Luna. Hello,
Hi,
Luna.
Luna. Isn't that Ricky, the first one?
Beisong Pyo. That's Ricky.
Go, Ricky.
Good morning,
Hey,
Ricky.
Good morning, Tembo.
Ricky Tiggy Tembo. Oh, we should read that one. That might be one of our next books for you, Ricky.
Ask Ricky if he wants to read it.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys want to, the Y and C sisters, which is Uni
Hi, Uni.
and Chloe.
Chloe,
Yes.
hello, Uni. Hello, Chloe.
Y and C, Uni
Yuri.
and Chloe.
And
Claire.
Yuri as well. Hello,
Yuri, hi Yuri.
Hello, Yuri.
Jay Yuri.
Hi.
And good job, moms, putting their names in English. That helps a lot. Changing your YouTube name. So good morning to everyone. So what are we doing today, Tom teacher?
Well, the first thing we're going to do today, we're going to have a little grammar lesson. So this one quite important. So this one we're going to learn the difference between and the. This one mainly we're doing this because when we do movie mimic class, many times we see that you forget to put or the, or you use the wrong one. So this one will help you better understand when you need to use it.
What are and the? What do we call these kind of words?
These ones are called articles.
Articles.
Articles. Right.
So you might hear your teacher talk about using articles. That's what we mean.
Alright, so let's get started with this one.
Gotta move your mouse. We're learning as we go here. Yeah.
And there it is. Was it there?
Tom teacher. Tom teacher.
Pull it over here. Keep going.
Thing.
I feel like it should be there now.
Shake it.
I believe it's coming. 3, 2,
There
1.
we go. Okay.
Hey!
There we go. Okay, so first one, or un. So this one, when do we use and when do we use un? This one you maybe know already, but let's remind ourselves. So we use before nouns that have a consonant sound at the beginning. Now be careful, consonant sound,
Yes.
not necessarily consonant letters. So for example, a cat, a bike, a potato, a table, a movie, and this one, a uniform. So you is a vowel,
Yes.
but uniform, the first sound is actually a consonant sound, so a uniform.
So let's see if we can think of some other examples with So, paper. Can I say
No.
that?
No.
A paper? No.
No.
Well, we'll see later why that's
I think
wrong.
it's wrong.
Right. And so earn is used before nouns with a vowel sound. Again, vowel sound, not necessarily vowel letters. So we can say an apple, an elephant, an igloo, an orange, an umbrella, but an hour. So again, hour begins with H, which is not a vowel, but hour, is a vowel sound.
What about an ice cream?
An ice cream is, yeah, that's should be okay.
I will eat an ice cream.
An ice cream.
I think we'll find out you can't count ice cream.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying these ones.
Alright, so
Slow
this
down.
one here.
Slow.
Alright, so this one, little exercise. This one's quite easy. Here we have some nouns, but and un are missing. So here, let's see if we can find which one do we need to use? Do we use or un? So think carefully at home, and we'll think of the answers here. So first one, sandwich. So do we think it's a sandwich or un sandwich? Pandy teacher, what do you think for this one?
Well, I see that there is a s sound.
Yeah.
So I think we need to use
Very good. So a sandwich. S is a consonant sound, so next one, octopus. So Andy teacher, what would you think for octopus? Octopus.
That is a vowel. And
But is it a vowel sound?
it does make a short vowel sound. So I'm going to say an octopus.
An octopus, very good. Right, next one, arm. Arm. So Paddy teacher, arm.
Again, it's a vowel and it's a vowel sound. So we should use un.
What do you think at home? Do you think that's right? Let's check.
An arm or a arm?
An arm.
We have some more people coming into the chat
Alright.
right now. Sophie. Hello,
Hi,
Sophie.
Sophie.
Hi,
Good
Sophie.
morning. Olivia. Hi, Olivia.
Good
Hello.
morning.
Haven't seen you guys in a while. Jacob.
hi,
and
Jacob.
and Mason.
Jacob and Mason,
Hi, Jacob
hi.
and Mason. And Jaden.
Oh, Jaden from Stanford.
How you doing, Jaden? And Maria. Oh, Maria. Above that, Maria too.
Maria.
Hi, Maria.
Hello, Maria.
Good
So
morning,
hello to
Maria.
all you guys. So let's keep going. See if you guys can help us a little
Yeah,
bit.
see if you can get these answers at home before teacher says them. Right, so next one, house. So Andy teacher, what would you think for house? A house or an house?
A house or an house? Well, the first letter is H. H is a consonant, so I'm gonna say a house.
A house? A house?
Now, can I say a or a?
A is okay. A
Both
house,
two
a
A's?
house, yeah.
Ah, okay.
So this one, a house is with a because is consonant sound.
Unless you're British,
An
then
house.
it's an house.
An house. Next one, egg.
Almost
Eggs.
Ricky. Retracted, I saw that.
Right, so
All right, yeah. Egg starts with the letter E, and it has an eh sound, which is a vowel sound. So I think an egg.
Yes, very good. And then this one, we need to be a little more careful with this one. Unicorn. So unicorn. So a unicorn or a unicorn?
Well, it does have a vowel.
But is it a vowel sound?
What's the first sound of unicorn?
First sound of it. I think it's
Yeah.
That sounds like a Y sound. So it's-
Y is a consonant.
So, what do we
I'm
think?
gonna say A. I think you're trying to trick
Yeah.
us.
A
A.
unicorn.
It is
So
a
not
unicorn.
a unicorn, a unicorn.
What about, can you think of any words that have a vowel sound, but it's a consonant?
A vowel sound, but a consonant.
We did.
We
Hello,
did.
Olivia.
Hello again, Olivia.
We had in the example before we had an
And-
hour.
Yeah,
Jenny and
that's a
Jamie.
good one. I'll give you a hint. Letters of the alphabet. So if you're playing a game like Hangman and you want the letter S, which has a S,
Yeah.
it starts with an eh sound.
Eh.
So you'd ask for an S. Yeah. Or an MP3 player.
Right. So now we know how to use or an. Now let's think, when can I use or? So when do I use this one? So first one, you use it
Good.
when the noun is singular. So singular means only one. So for example, a cow is good because there's one cow. A cow. But cows is many, so a cows is wrong. So only one, a cow. You can also use it if the noun is countable. So if you can count them. So for example, a watermelon is okay because I can count watermelons. But I can't count water, so a water is wrong.
Is that why before when talking about ice cream, we can't just say
Yeah.
an ice cream or a
Yeah.
ice cream?
If I have ice cream in my hand, I can't count the ice cream, so it's not an ice cream. It's wrong.
Is there a way to count ice cream Any Patty
Sure.
teacher? How can I count
There are
ice
two
cream?
ways to count ice cream. You can put a countable thing in front called a partitive, like a bowl of ice cream or a scoop of ice cream.
Hi,
or
Ryan.
you can use ice cream as an adjective and have an ice cream cone. And you can count that way. I have 2 bowls of ice cream or a bowl of ice cream, or I have an ice cream cone.
And
Great.
then our next one. When is the? Right, and then our next one. When can we use it? We can use it when it isn't not when it's not a proper noun. Now, a proper noun is a name. So if it's a name, you can't use it. But if it's not a name, that's okay. So for example, I can say a teacher. That's okay. But Paddy is a name, so a Paddy is wrong. You can't say a Paddy.
So he is a teacher. He is a Patty.
Yeah. No. So this one, let's do another example here. Here I have some sentences. Now, all of them have or an, but some of them are good, but some of them are wrong. Maybe they put before the uncountable, or they put before name. So let's do this one together. First sentence, Paddy teacher, see if you can find the answer to this one.
Sure.
I will play
Hello,
with...
Anna.
Hi, Anna. I will play with a friend. Paddy teacher, do you think this is good or not?
Okay, let's check if the is used properly. So we have friend, which starts with the f sound, so would be good.
Yeah. Is it singular?
And I can count friends, so 1 friend is okay. I think that's a good sentence.
Yeah.
I will play with a friend.
So this one is right. I will play with a friend is good. Andy teacher, what about this sentence? He drinks a juice. He drinks a juice. Do you think that's right or wrong?
I think it's wrong because I don't think I can count juice by
Yeah.
itself. I don't
Yeah.
know how. 1 juice, 2 juice.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah, good job. This is wrong. Juice is uncountable, so you don't put it's just he drinks juice.
Aha.
Right, and then next one, and Paddy teacher, there are ants in the garden. There are ants in the garden.
Well, again, I'll check the noun. It starts with a, so on looks good, but I see there is an S.
Yeah,
It
many
is
ants.
plural. There are many ants, and on means 1. So I think it's wrong.
Yeah, this one is wrong because this is not singular. There are more
So
than one
there
ant.
are ants in the garden.
Yeah. If it was there is an ant, that would be good.
Can I change it to a number if I see how many?
Yes,
there
you
are
can.
4 ants?
Yeah. Or if there are too many to count, you can say there are many ants
see.
as well. That's good.
Great.
Right. Next one, Andy teacher. She found a treasure map. Do you think this is good or not good?
Well, I think I know, but it's always good to think about it for a moment. I can take the map, say 1 map, so yes, I think that is a good sentence.
It is a good sentence. Excellent. And now next one, Paddy teacher. Lucy does her homework. Lucy does her homework. Do you think
Well,
that's good or not good?
Again, I'll check the first. Lucy starts with the letter L, so looks good.
Yeah.
Lucy is one person,
Yeah.
but Lucy is someone's name.
Yeah.
And we don't put I in front of people's names. So, it's wrong.
It's wrong. Very good. You don't put it in front of a name. And last one, Andy teacher. An orange is round. An orange is round. Good or bad?
And orange. So orange starts with the vowel. It's a o. So I'm going to say yes. You can count an orange. There's 1. So yes, I think this is a good sentence.
This is good, yeah. And orange is not a name, so this is good. Right, excellent. So now, next one, let's think about the word the. So now we know how to use let's think how we use the. Right. So this one, when can I use the? Well, I can use the when the noun is singular, but I can also use it if it's plural. So this time, the cow is okay, but the cows is also okay. So this one's fine. Also, I can use it if the noun is countable or uncountable. So here I can say the watermelon, but I can also say the water. This is okay.
This seems much easier.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, this does
I
seem
like
easier,
this one.
But this one is the same as so you can only use it when the noun isn't a proper noun. So this one is same as before. You can say the teacher is fine, but the Paddy is wrong. So not for names. But everything else should be okay.
Except for the president of the United States.
What about for
He's
place?
the
What about
Donald.
places, Tom Teacher? Is a place a proper noun?
A place is, well, that depends. If I say the playground, that's okay. But if I say the Busan or the Korea, that's wrong because Busan, Korea are names of places.
I see.
Yeah, not the kids' college.
Right. So here I have 4 sentences. All of them use the word the. Now, 3 of them are good sentences, but 1 of them is a bad sentence. So I will read them and at home see if you can tell me which one is the bad sentence. So first sentence, the wind is strong today. Second sentence, his friend is the David. Third sentence, look at all the puppies. And last one, the milk is on the table. So at home think, which one do you think is the wrong sentence here? So think
Think I know.
carefully.
So we can use it for countable and uncountable.
We can use it for singular or plural, so
Right.
one or many.
But we can't use it in front of proper nouns.
So what do you think? Sentence 1, 2, 3, or 4? Which one is wrong?
Yeah, you can
And-
put in the comments if you think.
Hi, David.
Hello?
David.
What do you think? You can type what number
Yeah, you
you
can
think
put in,
is
you
the
can
right
put in
answer.
the computer if you think which one.
Now, if we do not answer right away, our chat and our video is
we
maybe
have-
about 30 seconds delay.
Alright.
So you see it.
There
So
we
we
go.
have an answer
Round's
from
got an
Round.
answer.
Round
Good
thinks
job.
it's
Number
or,
2.
Ricky thinks round.
Right, we've got a few answers in.
I got 2 for 2, 3 for 2.
Right, very good.
Who's
yeah.
gonna be the rebel? 2.
Yeah. So it seems like many people think the wrong one is 2. So let's check. Yes, this is the wrong
Yes.
one.
Hey.
Good job. Right. And why do
Good
you
work,
think it's
you
wrong?
guys.
Why is this one the wrong one?
Well, again, we said we can use it for countable and uncountable. We can use it for one or many, but we can't use it for proper nouns. And David
Yeah.
is a proper noun.
So
David is a
here,
name.
David is a name, so not the David, just his friend is David.
Good job, you guys. I think
Yeah,
everyone's
right.
picking 2.
Yeah, very good. Excellent. Right, so now let's think, when do we use a or the? So which one do we use in a sentence? Which one? So here using a. So let's look here at this picture.
Ooh.
So here there is a grocer.
Is he dumping the can of fruit?
So he is selling all these fruits here. Yeah. So he's got bananas, apples, strawberries, oranges, pineapples. So the boy is going to choose a fruit. So the man asks the boy, what kind of fruit would you like? So here, when the boy answers, let's think carefully. When the boy answers, it doesn't matter exactly which one he wants. It doesn't matter if it's this one or this one or this one. It doesn't matter. Just what kind of fruit.
Right, he can pick any
Ah.
fruit.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter exactly which one. Yeah. So because it doesn't matter exactly which one, he should use a or an. So his answer, he wants apple, so he would say, I would like an apple, please. Okay.
So it's not so.
Yeah.
I can't just say the for
Yeah.
everything, even though
Yeah.
that seems easier.
Yeah.
But there is a difference.
Because if he says, I would like the apple, well, there's more than one apple. So we don't know which one.
Right.
But if he says, I would like
understand.
an apple, we know what kind of fruit. Yeah. So now, let's look again. So this time using the. So now the grocer knows he wants an apple. Now there are 3 apples. One red, one yellow, one green. Yeah. So now he can ask, which apple would you like?
Ah.
So now it matters which one.
Right.
It's important which one. So it matters exactly
He's
which
going-
apple the boy wants.
He's going to point to one
Yeah.
apple.
Yeah. So if it's important exactly which one, he should use the. So here he wants the green one, so I would like the green apple, please. Yeah. So if it's not important exactly which one, you use
Or on.
or an. But if it is important which one, you need to use the. Okay?
So if we're picking something, for example, if I need a pencil in the classroom, I can say to my teacher, may I have a pencil? Because I don't care which one.
Yeah.
But then, after Patty teacher or Tom teacher gives me the pencil, they're not going to say, pick up a pencil. They'll say, pick up the pencil, or take the pencil, because now I know which one.
It's important that you pick up your pencil,
Right.
the pencil. Yeah.
Your same thing, too.
Yeah. Or you can say, use the pencil sharpener, because it's important to use the one in the classroom,
There's
not
only
just
one.
any of them.
And you're pointing to it, yeah.
Go to the bathroom.
Yeah. So this is the most important one for using or the. Is it important which one you need? But there is another way we can use or the.
Ooh.
So here, the grocer, here he has 1 lemon, 1 peach. Okay? So here, this is the first time he's talking about these fruits. So if it's the first time he's talking about it, he can use a or an. So I have a peach and a lemon. But now he's going to say another sentence. And so now it's not the first time. So this is not the first time he's talking about the fruits. So he should use the.
Aha. Because now we know which fruit he's
So
talking
now we know
about.
which one. Yeah. So he would say the peach is sweet and the lemon is sour. So first time a peach, not the first time the peach. First time a lemon, next time the lemon.
So this could be important if you are writing a story as well.
Yeah.
So when you establish something like any noun, you can say the or and first, but then your next sentence, if you're still talking about it, now you can switch it to the.
Right.
So if I'm writing a story about a snake, I can say once upon a time there was a snake. Then my next sentence, the snake was very long.
Because we know the snake we're talking about. Not any snake in the world, but this snake from the story.
Okay. Alright, so now let's look at some movie mimic questions.
Ooh.
So now we can think, how do we use and the in movie mimic questions? So here, Tom Teacher has got a Thunderman's question. Question is, who is the rabbit? And what did he used to be?
Aha.
Right. So here, thinking carefully about and the in the answer. So when you write your Thunderman's questions, your answers, we want you to think very carefully about or the, because we often see mistakes with this. So Tom Teacher has written an answer. I've written, a rabbit's name is the Dr. Colosso. He used to be villain. So the answer is right. His name is Dr. Colosso, that's right. And yes, he did used to be villain. But the way I've written it, 3 mistakes. So see at home, can you find
But what's the
3
first
mistakes?
mistake you can see? See, maybe do it that
Yes.
way. What do we need to change first?
So see if you can think, what is the mistakes? What are the
And if
mistakes?
you
for
look
this
at the
one?
question, it might give you a hint
Yeah.
for the first mistake.
Okay, first person to answer gets a shout out. Who's gonna say it? What's the first thing we need to change? And I know we're delayed, so you might answer very quickly.
Again, maybe have a look at the question.
So there's one problem.
Can you find what it is with this one?
Someone's gonna answer. I stopped going live. Maybe that's why.
Ah, very
There we
good.
go.
We got an answer from Raon.
So,
Very good. So first mistake is
Brown,
not.
good job.
Yeah, it's not a rabbit. It's the rabbit. Why is it the rabbit? Because
We know the rabbit already.
Yeah,
We've asked a question about one rabbit, not any rabbit.
it's important that it's this rabbit, not any rabbit. This one.
So your question says, who is the rabbit?
Yeah.
We have a picture, so we don't mean any rabbit. So we can't say a rabbit. It means this one. So we already know this is the rabbit we're talking about.
Yeah. So question has the rabbit, so answer would also be the rabbit.
Okay.
Right. So that's the first mistake. Can you find the second mistake?
Well,
So-
Yuri found the last mistake.
Okay, very good. Well,
So
we'll
Yuri,
come
we're gonna
back.
come.
Right, good job.
Hold that,
Yuri.
Yuri. We're not gonna show it yet, but Yuri did find the last mistake. We're gonna come to that. But there's one more.
There's one mistake before that.
There's one more in there. Let's see. Who can find the last problem? Someone might have found it there, but that might be the first one. Anyone know?
It's
one
in
more
this-
thing.
It's in this first sentence, actually in the first line.
So
There's a
the
mistake.
rabbit's name is the Dr. Colosso. There's one
Remember
mistake.
when we use the and when we shouldn't use
Yeah. Remember what we were saying about names. You got someone's answer?
I don't think anyone answered yet. Maybe. All right. Well, hey,
Well,
let's
we think-
show it because
yeah.
I think somebody
Yeah,
might have had that.
We think someone maybe answered it. But this one, if it's a name, Dr. Colosso, we don't put the in front of names. So it should just say the rabbit's name is Dr. Colosso. This one, when I see Paddy teacher in the morning, I don't say good morning, the Paddy teacher.
Right.
I just say good morning, Paddy teacher.
Sophie might have found this one then.
Okay, so
See,
maybe Sophie.
She
got that
says
right.
the, but yes, we take away the.
Yeah.
And Yuri found our last one.
Yeah,
She
so
pointed
Yuri,
this out
one more
already.
mistake, so one mistake left, and Yuri found it. So this one in the last sentence, he used to be villain. Oh, this is wrong. He used to be a villain.
Now,
A villain.
is there only one villain? A villain is a bad person.
Yeah.
Is there only one bad person or one bad guy? Or can there be many?
There can be many, yeah.
So we don't say the villain,
Yeah.
a villain.
Yeah,
There was more than one. He was just one of many.
yeah. It doesn't matter exactly which villain.
Right.
Just used to be a villain.
So good,
Alright,
guys.
Very good. So this one, so our answer should say the rabbit's name is Dr. Colosso. He used to be a villain. That's how it would be written correctly. And now no mistakes. Alright, we'll do one more question, this time an ant farm question. So the question, what jobs do China's parents do? So what job does dad do? What job does mum do?
Now we already know who the parents are. They're there. We figured that out. And China is the girl in the middle. If
So
you've never seen the
Tom
show.
Teacher's answer, I wrote, China's dad is the police officer. Her mum is an entertainer at her children's birthday parties.
Ooh.
So this
Alright.
one, my answer is right. China's dad is a police officer and her mum is an entertainer. But
Clue, hint, hint.
yeah, hint there.
Couple of hints.
But there are 3 mistakes in this.
Aha.
So let's see if you can find them. So let's see if you can find the first mistake in the first sentence here. So China's dad is the police officer.
So sentence
see.
1 has a mistake.
Yeah, see if you can find what the mistake is here.
Who's gonna type it fastest? Waiting.
Let's see if anyone
Okay,
can get it.
while we wait, which show do you like better, Thundermans or Ant Farm?
Ooh, I think I like maybe Thundermans. a bit better.
Thundermans.
I quite like superheroes. Yeah,
Ant Farm's a good show too, if that's
Yeah.
your favorite.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Thundermans fan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me
All right.
too.
And Farm has more singing in it though.
Round coming in again.
Oh, good job, Round. Right. okay.
Round says a police officer.
Yeah,
Ah.
good job. So it's a police officer. Yeah.
Good job, Round.
Because it doesn't matter which police officer he is.
Yes,
just
there are
any
many.
police officer. It doesn't matter exactly which one, just that he is a police officer. Right, and then in the next sentence, her mum is an entertainer at her children's birthday parties. So here there are 2 mistakes in this one. So see if you can find the first mistake here.
So, first mistake in this sentence. Ooh, Yuri says at the. Ooh, close, Yuri. Not quite. But very good guess there.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good guess. That's very close. Actually, you are right that this is wrong, but it's not that we need to change it to the though.
Now, we
That's
don't
not-
make it the. We have.
But actually, there's a mistake before that as well.
Not China. Not two.
That's the girl's name.
Yeah, her
she
name is
spells it
China.
with a Y.
Yeah, China is not spelled wrong. Good pointing it out. The country China is spelled differently, though.
Actually, we get it. This one, many people are saying at the children's birthday parties. That's not the answer.
No,
That's not
because
right.
there are many children's birthday
Yeah.
parties.
Round again. An entertainer.
Yes, very good. This one, entertainer begins with e, which is a vowel sound, so it's an entertainer. Right, good.
And
So her mum is an entertainer, and good. So now this one is the last mistake. What should it change
Uni
it
and
to?
Chloe have found it already.
Oh, good job, Uni and Chloe.
They are is an entertainer at
Yeah.
children's birthday.
So
Right.
this one, does it matter exactly which birthday party?
No.
No. So we don't need to use the. So not the. But this one, parties, is that
many.
singular?
No, it's
No,
plural.
it's
So
plural,
many
so we
parties.
can't use either. So we can't use the and we can't use so it's neither.
We use nothing.
Nothing.
So good. I see a couple other people got ad as well. So
Alright,
good
good.
job, you guys.
So the answer should say China's dad is a police officer, her mom is an entertainer at children's birthday parties.
Aha.
And this one has no mistakes now. Okay?
All right.
Alright, so that's everything for this lesson. So hopefully when you write your answers to movie mimic questions, you know a bit better when to use and when to use the.
There we go.
And when not to use them as well.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to take a short break, but stick around. What we're going to do when we come back, we have a little bit of a reading comprehension. It's a mystery story.
Yeah, one of my favorite stories when I was younger called Encyclopedia Brown, where you get to be the detective and try to solve
Oh,
the crime.
that sounds very exciting. You can be police. You can be a police officer.
So we have
Police
a
officer.
police
A
officer.
police officer.
So we have sent the story. I think you guys should be able to read it on your own. And okay, you should be able to read this on your own as well, so you can follow with us. Now, for some of our younger students, this might be a little bit difficult, but you can still listen and follow along. And we're gonna see what we can do. So we'll be back at 11:40.
Yeah,
So we'll see you then.
7 minutes. Right. See
Bye
you.
bye.
All right, we're back.
Hi guys,
We are
welcome
back.
back. Really good answers and lots of attempts at trying to answer questions last time. If you don't get the question right, don't feel bad. Everybody is trying very hard, and we're happy to see your answers.
Yeah,
and if they're not right, no, that's okay. You're
You know,
trying your best.
I personally liked Jaden found it.
Oh,
It wasn't really the question, but he found China's name. You know, never really saw the show, but
Yeah.
hey, that was
job,
good.
David.
But you're right, like you found a spelling mistake.
Sure.
If I wrote about
Yeah.
the country China,
Yeah, it would be with I.
but that was impressive. You
Yeah.
know, that was not a question we asked, but good detail finding.
Yeah.
there.
All right, good job. Yeah, so keep answering the questions in the comments for this lesson as well.
Okay.
Really helpful.
Jamie, who is a police officer? Jamie says police. They is a police officer. Who is a police officer?
Who is Dad? Oh, Dad is a
Oh, the
police
dad
officer.
is on the show.
Ah, yes.
That's true.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. Yes, that is how you would write it.
Oh, I think the stream might be a little behind. All right. So, guys, what we're going to be doing now is some reading time. And Patty teacher, do you want to explain this? This is
Sure.
a story he knows pretty well, the characters.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna do a reading, little reading comprehension, a little reading, like a chapter book that we do in class. So today, our story is Encyclopedia Brown.
Wait, is that his name?
Yeah,
Ah,
that's
okay.
his name. So Encyclopedia Brown, you might not know what an encyclopedia is. Do you guys know what an encyclopedia is? It's been a while since I've used one.
So,
Maybe you can remind us of
yeah,
what it
I've
is.
used an online encyclopedia.
Aha,
but
yeah.
It's been a long time.
Maybe you recognize Wikipedia.
Yeah.
It's a similar name.
Media.
So an encyclopedia it's like a dictionary, but it has many things. So usually you have one dictionary that has all the words, whereas encyclopedias you might have 20 or 30 big books, and it has lots of information about each word. So maybe you look up monkeys, and it'll be 10 pages about monkeys or space. And so this boy is really smart, just like an encyclopedia.
Right.
So today's story is Encyclopedia Brown, The Case of the Hard Luck Boy. And our characters today will be, of course,
Encyclopedia Brown.
yeah, and he is a detective. His dad is a police officer. Even he says his boy is the smartest detective in the whole town. And
Is the detective the same as a police officer?
it's a special kind of police officer.
Okay.
The detective is the person who looks for clues when we can't find out what happened. And the next character is Sally, and she is Encyclopedia's best friend. She helps him when they are looking for the crime and what happened.
Hi,
And
Andy. I see Andy's in the chat now.
Hello. And today we have an extra character. His name is Artie Yakamoto. And
Artie
he
Yakamoto.
is, yeah, he is Encyclopedia's friend and customer today.
Right.
And last, you.
Ooh.
You get to be a character in the story.
Oh, so you are in the story.
You get to be the assistant detective.
Ooh.
So today we're going to read about the case of the hard luck boy. Hard luck means kind of sad, always has bad luck. Nothing seems to go right even when he tries hard. So while we're reading the story, you guys need to pay a lot of attention to what's happening. Maybe you can find and help Encyclopedia solve the case.
Nice.
And we're going to help you a little bit too.
So
All
this
right.
is good practice for if you're doing a reading class or even reading a story on your own. We're going to show you how to find clues, how to use the story to help you figure out answers. So we're going to do that together today.
All right, and as we go, there are a few vocabulary words that might be a little bit difficult to understand. So as we read, the definition will come up on the screen so you can look over on the right-hand side here and you can see what those words mean. And I've highlighted them in yellow, so as we go past, we can see the words.
Right.
All right,
We're
so
blocking it. Can we move our picture?
Yeah,
Can you move the window?
it's in front of the text.
If that's possible.
Can we just drag it?
That's fine. We'll read the part that's covered.
We got a vocabulary word up there.
All right, that's fine.
All right. So why don't you start this one, Patty
All right,
teacher?
sure.
And we'll go through.
So here we go. Are you ready? Start reading.
All right.
This is the case of the hard luck boy. Artie Yakamoto came into the Brown Detective Agency. He was smiling. Immediately, Encyclopedia knew something was wrong. Artie smiled only when he suffered. Hard luck followed him like the seat of his pants. If a day went well, he was disappointed. What's the bad news today, Artie? Encyclopedia asked. For starters, it's my birthday, Artie replied. I'm 11 today. Happy birthday, Sally said. Artie winced. Happy? No chance. I'm already halfway to being 22, and that's halfway to 44. Yuck. 44 is middle-aged. What's happened to my life? Artie, you don't need a detective, Sally declared. You need a longer calendar. I'm not here because of my age, Artie said. I'm here because of my vocabulary. He explained. The Friends of the Library had a birthday that day too. The club was 6 years old. As part of the celebration, the women were holding a vocabulary quiz. Any sixth grader who held a job could enter. Artie worked at his family's furniture store. I'll win, Artie said. If I can beat Mary McKean, Peggy Olson, and Herb Levy, they're the word brains. Encyclopedia knew the three. Mary McKean called herself a bookkeeper because she straightened the shelves in her father's bookstore after school. Peggy Olson helped her teenage brother with his summer lawn business. Herb Levy had a year-round newspaper route. Artie counted out 25 cents. The vocabulary quiz starts in 20 minutes. He said, I want to hire you to look after my interests. With my luck, I could lose even if I win.
A little hard to see. Ooh, that's helpful.
All right. But then they can't see the vocabulary. Yeah. All right, next page.
Right, shall I read this one?
Sure.
Right, so this one, we'll take the case, Encyclopedia said, and wondered what Artie was talking about. The case had neither a crime nor a mystery. The Friends of the Library rented rooms in a house on Worth Street.
It doesn't work when it's zoomed in.
Yeah. Hey, let's just get the writing back up for you. So the detectives and Artie arrived with 5 minutes to spare. Encyclopedia spent a minute taking note of the ground floor layout. 4 rooms and the bathroom opened off the center hall. At the far end, a water cooler stood beside a staircase. Most of the contestants were crowded before one of the rooms. They chattered about what the prizes might be. Encyclopedia rose on tiptoes and peeked in. He saw 3 boxes on the desk. A card marked each box clearly. First prize, second prize, third prize. Mrs. Fuller, the club president, came down the stairs. Time to begin, children, she called, waving the quiz sheets. Everyone else outside, please. She herded the contestants into the largest room. Encyclopedia and Sally moved outside. During the 50 minutes that the quiz lasted, Encyclopedia watched the front. That's not actually the end of the sentence.
No. How do you?
Alright, we're just trying to see how we can get all the text back up. So,
This one?
shall I just finish that sentence?
Yeah.
Right,
No,
so-
it's on the next page.
Right. Well, shall I just finish?
Sure. Yep.
Right, so during the 50 minutes that the quiz lasted, Encyclopedia watched the front door of the house. I'll finish that line. Sally watched the back. No one went in or out of the building.
So we're seeing if we can maybe make this a little bit bigger. That might help a bit. Check. I think we sent the story to some, so you can also check there to follow along. All right. So let's keep going.
All right, there's a bit of a missing sentence on the top. Sally watched the back. No one went in or out of the building.
All right. When Artie appeared, it was obvious that he had done well. He looked disappointed. No sense in your hanging around, he said to the detectives. The winner won't be announced for an hour at least. I'll let you know if we win anything. Encyclopedia and Sally returned to the detective agency. They felt funny. They had done nothing to earn their fee. They felt worse when Artie came by later that afternoon. He was smiling. I told you this would happen, he said in a voice heavy enough to sink a ship in dry dock. I won, but I lost. He held out his first prize, a wristwatch. It was broken. It was broken when I opened the box, Artie said. Encyclopedia and Sally stared in disbelief. Then they began questioning Artie. He told them what he knew. The prize had been handed over in reverse order. Herb Levy was awarded third prize, a bicycle light. Next, Mary McKean was awarded second prize, a small adding machine. Finally, Artie received the broken wristwatch. True to his nature, he had accepted his fate and told no one. Afterward, though, he had spoken with Mrs. Fuller, the club president. He learned that she had inspected the prizes that morning. They were in perfect condition. She had not, however, checked them again before the award ceremony. Mrs. Fuller had supervised the quiz. She had allowed one child at a time to leave the room for a few minutes. Unfortunately, Artie hadn't noticed which kids left the room. He'd been busy answering questions. There were 10 questions, he said. Herb Levy missed the second question and half of the last question. Mary McKean missed all of the last question. I missed only half of the last question. The last question must have been tough, Sally observed. What was it? The first half was to write a word with 2 double letters in a row. Artie replied, I put down a balloon, and so did Herb Levy. And the second half, asked Encyclopedia. You had to write a word with 3 double letters in a row, Artie said. Everyone flunked that half. Sally looked at Encyclopedia. We should give Artie back 25 cents. We did not help him. So, let's...
I think there's still one little bit of the story left.
There's one last sentence which goes, wrong, corrected Encyclopedia. We can help him. I know who broke the wristwatch. All right, so let's think about the story a bit. I know for some a little bit hard to read with it, but there are clues. So we're going to show you how you would find these clues. And again, a little bit hard to see. So let's try to figure this out, Patty teacher.
All right, so we need to think about the story. We need to think about what happened. What happened when Artie got his prize?
Well, he had, it was a wristwatch, but his prize, the wristwatch, was broken.
Right. And so when the teacher looked at the prizes, were they broken?
Well, when the teacher checked in the morning, they were not broken. But she didn't check just before the ceremony.
Right. And so something happened. So we need to find out who broke the wristwatch.
So, how did Encyclopedia Brown solve the case?
Yeah. So remember, at the end, Encyclopedia says that he knows who broke the wristwatch. But how? How does he know this?
So we're going to show you some of the clues. If you had the story in front of you, what we would want to look for. So,
All right, so clue number 1. Who are the contestants? You remember, if you saw the vocabulary, a contestant is...
a person who is taking part in a contest.
In a contest, the first part of the word, contestant. So a contestant is someone in a contest. So we can go back to the story and see if you can see who the contestants are.
Okay, so if you read the story, he explained the friends of the library had a birthday party that day too. The club was 6 years old. As part of the celebration, the women were holding a vocabulary quiz. Any 6th grader who held a job could enter. Artie worked at his family's furniture store. Right, so I'll win, Artie, if I can beat Mary Keene, Peggy Olson, and Herb Levy.
So who are the contestants in the quiz?
So, Artie is one.
Artie
You can
is
see that at the
one, yep.
beginning.
There's
So that's
Artie.
Yeah.
And
And, well, the next one...
who does he have to beat?
So he's in the contest, so the people he has to beat are Mary McKean.
Mary McKean,
So she's one. Peggy Olson.
Peggy Olson,
And Herb Levy.
and Herb Levy.
So the contestants would be Mary McKean, Peggy Olson, Herb Levy, and Artie.
And Artie.
So Artie Yakamoto.
Artie Yakamoto.
Right, Artie Yakamoto. That's right. All right, so
Jamie wants to know why Artie does not have color.
because there are many different versions of this book, and I got the 2 main pictures from new books, and Artie is from an old book, so it was black and white.
Because he's older. And
Yes.
back then we were black and white.
All right, clue number 2.
So, what were their jobs? So, the way you would find this, we'd have to go back into the story, and the clue is the word jobs. And we know what a job is. It's something that people do, for work. They could volunteer. So, we have to find in the story. Now, we don't have to read all of this. We're going to look for a key word, which...
Well, our first one is Mary McKean. Yes?
Right.
So let's see if we can
Each
find-
person needed a job to be in the quiz, so we know they all have jobs.
So you can see if you're looking through, and you would not have to read every word. You can skim by kind of looking, follow with your finger quickly, job.
So see if we can just find the word Mary McKean, so we can see if it tells us what job she has.
Well, I don't see a job here, but I see Mary McQueen again.
Yeah. So Mary,
Well, I see, there's Mary McQueen there.
so she called herself a bookkeeper.
Bookkeeper.
Aha.
So bookkeeper is a job, yes.
So Mary McKean is a bookkeeper.
So her job, bookkeeper.
And let's
Next
see,
one.
Peggy Olson.
So let's see if we can find where Peggy Olson is written.
So Peggy Olson is there. It says she helped her teenage brother with his summer lawn business. So it's her brother's job, but she's helping it, so that makes it her job as well. So
What is a summer lawn business? It was on the vocabulary, but we read pretty quickly.
Well, when you go to places, some countries, not so much in Korea in the cities, but out of the city, many people have a front yard or a backyard to their house. And that grass grows, so you have to make sure you keep the grass cut. It's very hot in the summer, not always an easy job, so you can pay someone to cut that grass. And usually it's in the summertime. That's a good job. Kids are not in school. Teenagers, kids can cut the grass. So summer lawn business.
Yeah, I used to have a summer lawn business. I used to cut the grass from all my neighbors' houses, and they would give me some money. I could buy some ice cream or a toy or a game.
Well, I see right after that, I already see the word Herb Levy.
There it is.
And it says He had a year-round newspaper route.
Actually, we have a question on here, which is a jobs question mark. So, did we explain what jobs are?
So I think we did, but we can repeat that. So jobs are work that people do.
Yes.
So our jobs, we are teachers.
Right.
That is our job. When I was growing up, when you are old enough, kids can have a job too. Even something as small. Once I sold lemonade. I made some lemonade at home, went down to my front street, and then people coming by, they could stop, buy lemonade.
Yeah.
Right.
Easy way for anyone to do. You make money from a job.
So Herb Levy's job was a paper route. And again, when I wasn't mowing lawns, cutting grass in the summer, I used to also deliver newspapers. So I would get on my bike and I would bring newspapers to people's houses.
Now, if we go back to the first word we circled, job, it's always good when you find that key word. I always say check a sentence before or after, because you might find something you're working for. And it tells us Artie worked, we work at a job, at his family's furniture store. So we know Artie's job was help his family in their furniture store, selling couches or beds or tables. So we have the clues. Mary's a bookkeeper. Peggy's has a lawn business. Herb Levy has a paper route. And Artie helps in the furniture store.
All right, up to clue number 3.
So we know their names. We know their jobs.
When they were taking the test, Artie said that some of them left the room. Now we know the prizes were outside the room, and some of the children left the room. So let's see if we can find out maybe who left or didn't leave the room.
So who could have broken the prizes leaving the room? So, left the room. I think the clue we want to look for is left or leave or go, any word that can relate to that. So let's see what we can find. So if I skim through it, and again, I'm looking closely, and I see Artie hadn't noticed which kids left the room. Why? He had been busy answering questions.
Right, so did Artie leave the room?
So Artie did not leave.
No.
So Artie, no.
Now you're looking at a PowerPoint, so you'll eventually see we know the reason for Artie. He did not leave the room. So you'll see that one a little bit. So we have to keep looking. Now as I look, I'm going to tell you, it doesn't really say. So do we know the answer?
No.
The story does not tell us. When this happens, don't just guess and say, well, no, or yes, yes. Sometimes we don't know.
Right.
It does not tell us. All we know is Artie did not leave.
So we know that Artie didn't leave the room, but maybe some of the other ones did. He didn't notice he was working hard on his test.
Yeah.
So Mary McQueen,
Maybe no.
We're not
Peggy
sure.
Olson,
So we're not sure. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't.
Herb Levy,
We don't know.
but
Artie, we're sure he did not leave the room.
so now we know Artie
Yeah.
could not have broken the wristwatch. He won the wristwatch as a prize. He's not going to break it.
So it's either Mary, Peggy, or Herb who broke the wristwatch.
Which leads us to clue number 4. When reading the story, Artie said that some of them didn't get the answers right. They missed some of the questions. So let's see if we can find out which questions they missed.
So again, look at the question. Look for a clue in there. Who missed questions?
So shall we see for Mary McKean? So does it tell us where Mary? Can we
Let's look
find
for,
where
let's
it says
look
Mary
for
McKean?
something with missed questions, or missed means wrong or incorrect. So sometimes think of a synonym, a word that might be the same in meaning. So as I go through, I can see, immediately the second paragraph. There were 10 questions. I can see that word. That's not enough to go by yet. Herb Levy missed. Okay. So now 2 clues. Question and missed in that same line. Herb Levy missed the second question and half of the last question. So we know what Herb. Mary McKean missed all of the last question. I missed half of the last questions. So,
what
and that's
about-
Artie. We know Artie is not one of our suspects.
What
Right.
about Peggy?
So we have to
Does
keep
it-
going here.
Does it say anything about Peggy?
It does say one thing. It's hard to get, but all of the students flunked the last half. It means that everybody got the last bit of the question wrong. That's a hard clue to find in there. So Mary missed all of the last question. Peggy, we weren't sure, but if you read very carefully, if you know what flunked means got it all wrong. And Herb missed number 2 and half of number 10. I don't know if that's going to help us, but maybe the question might help us. So what are the answers that they missed?
So they were asked the first part of question 10. Now we know this because it says in the story, a word that has 2 double letters. Double means 2 of something. A, B, B, C, C. Those are double letters.
The word letter has a double letter. But it doesn't have 2 double letters.
Yeah. Mist has double S.
Mist has a double S.
Right.
So, are there any words we can think of that has double letters?
Can you think? Maybe I'll draw a picture on here. Oh. Can you guess what this is?
Well done.
What do you think that is?
What do you think this is? Let's see if you can tell us in the...
They have you at a birthday party. You might see them. They can float.
The Kaylee teacher of iPad, does have double
He did
letter.
not draw Patty, Kaylee teacher. You're not helping.
2 double letters.
Double
Patty only has
letters.
1 double letter.
Oh, round.
There you go.
There you go, round.
So how do we spell it?
How do we spell balloon, she says?
B-A-L-L-O-O-N. So it has 2
L's,
double letters.
2 O. Double L, double O.
And that's the answer that Artie wrote.
It's a balloon.
So Artie picked balloon.
Can you think of any more words with double letters? Maybe something you might see your teachers drinking.
Hot that you drink.
What are we drinking right now?
Delicious.
What do you see the
Give you a
teachers
moment.
drink? Uni and Chloe, good job. Yuri,
What
good
is
job.
something hot that you can drink?
So, to this question, what
Hot
is...
chocolate. No.
Not quite, Jacob.
Right, okay.
We don't drink that. Balloon's our first answer.
Balloon, yeah, good. So we've already got balloon.
Some are a bit delayed.
Yeah,
Coffee!
there you go.
Uni and Chloe.
Coffee,
Good job.
Now the next word maybe that has 2 double letters.
Double F, double E.
You might see this
Yuri, good.
a picture people put on their bodies.
Yeah. So what's a drawing that you have on your body?
Maybe you have some stickers also that you can put.
This might be one you might have to ask for some help with this, but people can have this put on their skin. It stays forever, or you can paint one for a little bit of time.
It starts with the letter T.
Yeah. Picture on your skin. It's a
I'll give you the clue. Last letters are ooh. It's a double O at the end. T. Ooh. 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we got.
People.
Oh, we got one. Yeah, Anna.
Oh,
good job.
Anna, you need one
Where's
more
one more letter? Double
Double letter at the end.
double letter.
There we go.
Good, yeah. So
There you
Sure,
go.
a tattoo.
Double T, double O.
Double T, double O. And there are a few other words. Buffoon,
Buffoon
is one.
Like a silly or not a very
someone who's
smart
silly.
person.
All right, but the second part that all the children missed was, what is a word with 3 double letters in a row? Now this stumped Andy teacher and Patty teacher. We couldn't get it.
When you hear the word, you will know it though.
But we will give you a clue. This is one of the words we've already talked about. It was one of the vocabulary words in the story.
And it was one of the jobs, wasn't it?
It was one of the jobs that the children had.
Can we tell them which child had this job?
Sure.
Mary
I think
had
it
the
was
job.
Mary's
Mary
job.
McKean had this job.
So what was Mary's job? The story. It has 3 double letters.
And now this question, when you don't have the story with you, it's a little bit hard. Because when I had to just think by myself, a word with 3 double letters, I couldn't do it. But as soon as I looked in the story, I was able to see a clue, and then I could find it. So, I'll give you a clue. This job is like a librarian.
Aha.
They work with books.
So it's Mary McKean's job in the story has 3 double letters. It's a job you'll find a bit in the library.
First, it's a compound word. 2 words that go together. I'll give you guys a clue if you check the chat. Oh, Uni and Chloe. Bookkeeper, but we're close.
You
Yeah,
got
yeah.
the right
One more
answer.
letter.
You got the spelling needs to.
So Uni and Chloe said bookkeeper, but how do we spell
It's gonna have
bookkeeper?
we've got-
three
yes,
double
we've got it
letters.
from Round.
Round got fixed it.
good.
There you go.
Bookkeeper.
Bookkeeper. Good.
Bookkeeper.
2 O's, 2 K's, 2 E's.
Yeah.
Double O, double K, double E.
Now, these words are quite rare in English. We don't find them too many, but I found one more word. You might find it on the farm. The sheep might leave it behind when they're eating lots of food. This word is sheep poo.
Oh,
2 E's, 2 P's, and 2 O's.
It's a real word?
Yeah, it is. Well, it's
Okay.
it's a compound wword. And I found a very strange word. You guys can try to read this at home.
Kafir Skrulligate?
Kafir Skrulligate.
And there's actually even a fourth double letter.
There's
just on the row.
they're not in a row, but it has double F's. So this is a place in South Africa. All right, and here's a word with 4 double letters in a row. Maybe you feel like this right now.
Arg.
Arg. 2 A's, 2 R's, 2 G's, 2 H's. So, did you figure out what happened to the watch?
So the watch was broken. We want to figure out who broke it. So there is a clue. Some of them got the question with balloon. They were able to find that. But they want to know when people were out, who could have broken the watch. Now one of them, well, all of them missed the last question. But there's one person who should not have missed that question. And
So-
there's a good reason.
So the last question, the answer to the last question was bookkeeper.
Right.
So who would have known the word bookkeeper has 3 double letters?
Remember,
Who
all
would-
of them
yeah.
got it wrong. But
Somebody would know this.
she calls herself a bookkeeper.
So who was the bookkeeper?
So somebody who is a bookkeeper would know the answer.
Do you remember the person? There was
So who was the bookkeeper?
There was Herb, Mary,
Peggy.
Artie, and
Peggy.
Peggy. So Herb,
So write in the comments
Mary.
if you think it's Herb, Mary, Artie, or Peggy.
or Peggy. I'm going to write it here in the chat for you.
So,
So
tell us
which one?
Which one was the bookkeeper?
So one of them should know the word bookkeeper very well. So who would that be? You have to think back. Now,
Yeah.
you're trying to remember, so that's a little bit more difficult. When you have the story with you, if you were doing this as a homework or on a test,
The
you'd
Wonders
be,
test, yeah. You
you'd
can
be
go
able
back.
to look in the story. And when you do this kind of test when it's reading, always check the story. Don't just try to say, I remember. Maybe you do, but go check and see if what you remember is the right thing.
Make sure.
It's always good to make sure of it. I didn't send the question in.
Aha.
I didn't push the little paper airplane. So, Herb, Mary, Artie, or Peggy? Who
Who
was
do
the
you think?
bookkeeper? Someone.
Thinking carefully.
I'm going to let that stream catch up. Error sending message.
All
That's
right.
why you didn't get it. So, one more try.
We're getting answers over here.
Oh, I think I just disconnected. All right.
All right. So we have some answers. Round thinks it's Mary.
Oh, okay. I see.
Uni and
It's
Chloe
up now.
can't remember. Olivia thinks it's business. But Andy
guys.
we had a little problem sending you, but it's Herb, Mary, Artie, or Peggy.
Yeah, so Herb, Artie, Mary, or Peggy.
Well, let's check the story.
We're gonna
see what
check
we
the
have.
answers. So we can read the solution for you. So here's what happened. Before answering the last question, Mary McKean had gone for a drink of water and passed the room with the prizes. Her curiosity got the better of her. She sneaked in and opened the 3 boxes. The wristwatch, the first prize, slipped from her hand and broke on the floor. So Mary decided to try for the second or third prize. She deliberately didn't answer the last question. That was her mistake. She knew a word with 3 double letters in a row. She called herself a bookkeeper. When Encyclopedia told Mary that he had figured out what she had done, she confessed. She gave Artie her prize, the adding machine, which is an old word for a calculator.
So Mary knew she was a bookkeeper. She was very good at spelling. She was very good at these questions. But she knew she broke the prize. She did it by accident. She didn't come and try to do it. But she knew if she would win, she would get a prize that was broken.
Yeah.
So
she deliberately didn't finish first.
She tried to get the last question wrong, but she's the only one that should know. Bookkeeper. I know how to spell very well. I am a bookkeeper, so it's a word I can think of.
Right. I'm not a bookkeeper, so that word is hard for me to think of, but she always tells people, I'm a bookkeeper. It was a clue in the first part of the story.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, that takes us to the end. So this is a little bit hard doing just over the internet right now. But
Well, we see that many people did write Mary in the comments.
Yeah,
so
good
that's
job.
Good job
Mary
with
in the
that.
comments, good job.
So what we're going to be doing, we're going to get ready to go. Tomorrow we'll be streaming again. We're going to be doing
Kindergarten class.
some kindergarten, but you guys are more than welcome to help out. Yeah, I got the chat back up. So what we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to do kind of a show and tell practice, but it's getting to know your teachers. So Kaylee teacher's going to be with us tomorrow. We're going to show you 3 things about ourselves. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know. But if you have any questions that you want to ask your teachers, send them to Rira teacher or send them to Sue teacher, and they will tell us, and we'll answer them tomorrow. And just like now, you can send the questions to us. If we see, we'll be happy to answer.
Sure.
Then we're going to do some cooking tomorrow. We're going to make one of my favorite camping foods, s'mores.
dogs.
Ooh, hot dogs would be good too. We're going to make some s'mores tomorrow.
What are s'mores?
S'more kind of sounds like, if you say it fast enough, can I have s'mores? Some more. To do that, we need some chocolate, marshmallow, and a graham cracker or biscuit, which you can buy, like a Dr. U biscuit will work fine.
yeah.
A cookie. So we're going to show you how to make those tomorrow. And then, last class, we have a special kind of story. You're going to get to see us sing a little bit too.
Oh.
So,
Ooh,
if
singing.
nothing else,
Right.
if you just want to laugh at your teachers, come watch tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Stay safe.
All right.
We'll see you soon.
See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.